This is how duck walks completely change the human body in ways that single muscle exercises never could. How many of us treat knee pain, hip stiffness, and balance problems as three separate issues? Most people think you need different exercises for different body parts. But here's an important truth. Your body is actually one integrated system. And there's a single movement that addresses these issues simultaneously while also restoring natural movement patterns. Movement specialists confirm that mobility problems rarely exist in isolation, but are part of connected chains that affect your entire body. In this video, I'll show you how duck walks restore these movement chains, why this approach is more effective than isolated exercises, and exactly how to implement this system safely. Let's start with what happens to your muscles when you do duck walks, and why this matters more than you might think. Duck walks primarily target your quads and hip flexors. Unlike regular squats where you go up and down, duck walks maintain that deep position while you move forward. This keeps your muscles under constant tension. You're building both strength and stamina simultaneously. Your hip flexors get strengthened while your glutes work to prevent your hips from collapsing. These muscles have to coordinate to keep you stable and moving forward at the same time. For adults over 50, this coordination is everything. Stronger hip flexors mean easier stair climbing. Better glute activation means getting out of chairs without struggle. These are the movements that determine your independence. Here's something interesting. The deeper you go, the more your calves and ankles have to work. You're not just strengthening your thighs, you're activating your entire lower leg chain through greater ranges of motion than any other single exercise. But building integrated strength is only part of the story. What happens to your joints is where things get revolutionary. This exercise is like a love letter to your hips, knees, and ankles. For the over 50 crowd who've been sitting too much, this is critical. Years of desk work create tight hip flexors and stiff ankles. Duck walks directly counteract these problems by challenging ranges most people never train in daily life. Here's the difference. Static stretching teaches your joints to be passive. Duck walks teach them to be both mobile and stable. You're improving functional range of motion through dynamic movement, rather than just holding static positions. This matters because real life isn't static. When you need to squat down to pick something up, your body needs strength through that entire range. When you step over something, you need mobile hips and stable ankles working together. By staying low and moving forward, you're opening up joints that have been locked in the same positions for hours every day. But you're doing it while building strength at the same time. You're teaching your body that these ranges are safe and useful. Most people spend thousands on massage and physical therapy to regain what duck walks can restore for free. The only requirement is consistency. Now, if you think improved mobility is revolutionary, here's where duck walks become crucial for your safety and independence. Research shows that squat-based exercises improved static balance and reduced fear of falling in elderly adults. Duck walks add the challenge of movement to this equation. Every step requires you to control your body weight while maintaining stability. You're training what researchers call proprioception, your body's ability to sense where it is in space. And as we age, proprioception naturally declines. This is why stepping off a curb becomes uncertain, why walking on uneven surfaces feels dangerous, why we start reaching for walls and railings. Duck walks challenge your balance and coordination in ways that most exercises don't. You're teaching your nervous system to maintain control while moving. You're building confidence in your body's ability to adapt and recover. For adults over 50, fall prevention isn't just about avoiding injury. It's about maintaining independence. The confidence that comes from better balance affects everything. From walking on uneven surfaces to navigating stairs, you'll feel more stable on your feet. But here's something most people don't know. Duck walks can actually make all your other exercises more effective. Movement specialists use duck walks before squatting to activate the same muscle groups as squats but without external weight. This makes them perfect for preparation. For adults over 50, this comprehensive warm-up becomes even more important. Our bodies need more preparation time, and duck walks deliver maximum benefit in minimal time. Warming up with duck walks prepares your ankles, knees, and hips simultaneously. Instead of warming up each joint separately, you're preparing the entire kinetic chain as one integrated system. By practicing the deep position with movement, you're teaching your body to achieve greater depth in your squats that might not be reached in a static squat. The carryover to other exercises is remarkable. Your squat depth improves. Your lunge stability increases. Even your walking feels more controlled and confident. Now, everything we've covered so far is about physical benefits, but duck walks do something else that might surprise you. Duck walks build something that goes beyond physical strength. It develops mental toughness and psychological resilience. Here's why this matters. When you're halfway through a set and your legs are screaming, but you keep going anyway, you're training your mind as much as your muscles. The movement demands complete focus. You can't zone out or just go through the motions. Every step requires control and determination. This translates to other areas of life. The confidence you build pushing through a challenging set of duck walks shows up when you face other difficult situations. For adults over 50, psychological resilience becomes increasingly important for managing age-related challenges like sticking to health goals and handling difficult situations. Duck walks teach you that discomfort is temporary, that you're stronger than you think, that your body can do more than your mind initially believes. All right, you're probably thinking this sounds great, but you want to make sure you do it safely. Let me show you exactly how to avoid the mistakes that make this exercise ineffective or even dangerous. Before we cover common mistakes, here's something crucial. Duck walks aren't a beginner's exercise. Movement specialists emphasize that duck walks require glute, hamstring, and calf strength, plus ankle mobility, to perform correctly. If you can't comfortably hold a deep squat for 30 seconds, start with these exercises. First, master goblet squats. This helps you build the squat strength and depth needed. Add glute bridges to strengthen your glutes and hamstrings for hip stability. You can also practice the goddess pose to develop a wide stance squat position. And lastly, work on ankle circles to improve the ankle mobility required for the deep position. Once you've built the prerequisite strength, here are 5 mistakes that make this exercise ineffective or dangerous. First mistake, lifting your heels off the ground. This puts unnecessary stress on your knees and defeats the purpose of ankle mobility. Keep your weight grounded in your heels and midfoot, focusing on pressing into the floor for stability. Second mistake, improper foot position. When your toes point outward too far, you place excessive pressure on your foot arch, causing it to collapse. If this happens, don't go as deep initially and work on improving your ankle range of motion first. Third mistake, rounding your back. When your shoulders hunch or chest drops, you lose proper posture and risk straining your back. Stay tall by engaging your core, pulling your shoulders back, and keeping your chest up. Fourth mistake, tilting your pelvis excessively. This usually means you're pushing for a range of motion you're not ready for. Rise up to a point where you can maintain good posture throughout the movement. Fifth mistake, not going deep enough. If you're not squatting low enough, you're missing the main benefits. Don't worry if you can't go deep initially. Work on your mobility gradually and let your body adapt over time. Now that you know what to avoid, let me show you exactly how to start incorporating duck walks into your routine, no matter what your current fitness level. Here's how to add duck walks to your routine effectively. For warm-ups, do a few steps to activate your legs and joints. Just 10 to 15 seconds is sufficient to prepare your body. For strength training, add them to your lower body sessions with 2 to 3 sets covering 10 to 15 meters or lasting about 30 seconds. For circuit training, combine duck walks with bodyweight exercises like push-ups or lunges for a comprehensive workout. Don't be afraid to grab something for support if you feel that you need it. It's important that you're able to focus on getting comfortable with the movement. Progress to 10 to 15 steps forward for 3 sets with proper rest between sets. For intermediate practitioners, aim for 3 sets of 15 to 20 steps with shorter rest periods. You can start experimenting with lateral movements or slight tempo changes once you've mastered the basic pattern. Advanced exercisers can increase distance, try different directions, or add light resistance while maintaining perfect form throughout. Remember to be cautious if you have knee, hip, or back issues. This exercise might not be appropriate for you right now. Always listen to your body and check with a healthcare professional if you're unsure about whether this exercise is right for your situation. Duck walks are one of the most comprehensive exercises you can do. You get targeted strength building in your quads and hip flexors, dynamic mobility improvement for hips, knees, and ankles, balance training and fall prevention, optimal preparation for other exercises, and mental resilience training. This exercise grows with you. Start where you are, progress at your pace, and build both physical and mental strength that serves you in daily life. What's your biggest challenge? Is it the physical demands like getting low enough and maintaining balance, or the mental challenge of pushing through when it gets tough? Let me know in the comments. I always read everyone and respond with specific tips. If you want more evidence-based exercises for physical and mental strength, make sure you're subscribed.